In this video I want to show you one quick way to do rounds, and then we'll take it to an engineering drawing. So I'm on the edge tool, and I'm just going to highlight every single edge in the body. And I'm going to go back in with shift and take out the ones that I don't want to round. So I can't round some of the axle holes or the interior holes, and I really don't want to do the CO2 cartridge holder hole. But I quickly grabbed everything with the edge tool, one big highlight, and then I can go to round, and we can just stay with the number we used last time, 0.15 of a radius, and see it took everything. So if we know we're going to sand down all the corners, what is really what you should do, you can apply a round to everything at one time, and it's very quick. So I'm going to hit save, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to kick this over to an engineering drawing, or blueprint if you will. So I'm going to go File, New, Engineering Drawing. File, New, Engineering Drawing. You're going to pick the top, middle format, and it's basically going to bring in the views for you. These are called orthographic projections, if you've had any experience in drafting. So I have a top view, a side view, a rear view, if you will, and an isometric or 3D. And these are a little small, so we can definitely make them larger. To do that, click on Select Views on the right-hand side, and I'm just going to slide this over here in the corner a little bit. And I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to go to Properties, and I'm going to increase the scale. So you should be familiar with this from the worksheets we did. So it's 1:1 on the sheet. So let's try 1.5. So we'll increase the size a little bit. It's not bad. Let's try 2 and see if it still fits on the page. It might not. Let's see if I can slide it over. Yep, everything still fits on the page. The scale is 2. We can leave the isometric small. We don't really need it to be blown up. And this looks cool. It's got just their top, front, right side views. And you could print this out and draw on it, dimensions, kind of make adjustments as you see fit. You can also put dimensions on it. So on the right hand side there's the linear dimensions and radius and stuff like that. So real quick, I'll just grab the linear dimension tool, and we could do something like the total length. So I can click on 2 lines, drag down the distance. Oh, I grabbed the wrong line. That's giving me the round, that's why. So I can get that distance. It's kind of a pain because you would have to go in and change the measurement to inches. So you just got to double click on it and go change it to inches. We could do the distance from the axles. That's something we could do. So I click on a circle there, and I'll scroll over and I'll click, and I'll drag down. Properties, number, inches. So this is just showing you how this is not required at all, but you can gather some information. Something that we did before, we can do the radius. Excuse me, I'll do the diameter. That's what we used of the CO2 cartridge holder. Again, I got to double click on it. Number, inches, and 0.75. And then to print this, so let's say you want to go through and add some dimensions. File, print, pretty straight up. Print preview. And then you could change this over to landscape so it fills the entire page. Print preview. And then hit print and have a set of blueprints. So there is linear dimension. There's a diameter or radial. So we may be able to get the radius of some of these curves. But when you're going into the shop and using the bandsaw, You don't need to know that information. You just had to have a general kind of look. We can get the radius of this curve underneath here. So at least bring in a drawing, bring in your car to an engineering drawing, and we'll change the scale so you can blow it up, and then we'll print it out so you have something that you can use when you go in the shop and you want to transfer your design to your car body.